But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
How are you?
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Yes,
but if you're not happy, you can leave.
So KJ Smith from Sisters, and it's sad because I'll be watching Sisters every now and then. Then I got to stop watching Sisters. But she said, I guess she was on a red carpet or something. They asked her advice for blacks, and she told them basically move to another country because Trump is in office. She was trying to not say it, but I got the video. I got the proof. She said she told y'all to move to another country. My first question is, why don't she move to another country? It's funny how they're going to tell people you don't have to stay here in this horrible country under Trump, but they ain't left. None of the celebrities that keep talking about they're leaving the country has left the country. She's still here making millions of dollars, living good, probably in a mansion somewhere in California. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. But she tells black people to leave the country.
I fucking hate America! I hate it here. I hate everything about this fucking country. And before any of you Oakley wearing rednecks come at me and be like, then fucking leave. I can't. It's expensive. There's rules. Just like there's rules to get into our country.
Oh,
there's rules to get into others.
Really?
There's rules. I can't just fucking leave. And it's expensive. It's expensive to leave too. So unless you want to start, sending me your Bush Light and Virginia Slims money and crowdsource me to get the out of here, I don't want to hear it.
I feel like this is going to sound insane to some people and not to others, depending on which side of TikTok this ends up on. How quickly do we need to get out of the country? Like, we have a plan. I mean, you can see my name on TikTok is moving to Italy. Like, we're going. But our plan is to go in September. And like, I fear that I have been spending, I know I look absolutely insane. I fear that I've been spending too much time scrolling the last couple days, and that is making my anxiety spiral out of control. But like, things are bad. Like, when the leaders of the European Union are holding an emergency meeting that we are specifically not invited to discuss the impact of Donald Trump on the rest of the world, that's bad, right? It's a rhetorical question. I know it's bad. Like, I definitely 100% know I need to get off the internet and go touch some grass today, but like, where is everybody else at? I know I have a lot of people on here who are also moving abroad. Is anyone like expediting their plans? What are people thinking?
I'm setting off the alarms. I don't even care. Go and get your visas. Plan right now. If you're not following international news channels, you need to start. I have friends in other countries, so that's why I was following them. Guys, Australia. They literally questioned him. They said, what do you think about AUKUS? It's the Australia-UK-US alliance. And Trump seemed like he didn't fucking know what they were talking about. He doesn't know anything. And he's already been in office once. Europe seems to be building an alliance, preparing to be against the US, as they should. And for some reason, the people that we have in office think it's funny to go and bully world leaders that are having their country torn to shreds. Go get your visas, because we don't know if we're going to be accepted anywhere soon, to be completely blunt with you. Oh, and if you missed it, Norway just came out and said that they're not fueling any ships from the USA. So that's why
They're going to suffer.
all of this combined, that's why I'm sounding the alarm.
Which was talked about more within our community.
Understanding our roots, I think it's really important. I think we're not trapped here. With the political climate that's going on in the United States of America, we are not trapped here. There are places that we can go. There are countries that are receiving us back, citizenship back. And I think with open arms, and I think that it's time for the black community as a whole to start looking into those resources.
Ooh boy, take your ass to Africa. If you ain't been there, then you don't know.
It ain't sweet out there, and they'll tell you that.
I would like to point out something about those other TikTokers. Did y'all know that 51% of white liberal women have mental illness? They have some diagnosed mental illness or take some type of medication for a mental illness.
51?
51%.
Like anxiety medicine or something?
Any type of mental illness medicine.
I can see that.
I wonder why.
I'm actually numb to it at this point. It didn't affect me at all.
It's just crazy. Like
I'm sounding
nobody.
alarmed.
You know what's crazy? Nobody ever say this as a black person, but there's black people that are enslaved in Africa right now in a cobalt mine. But you know, America's so bad right now. America's so bad. You could go to the club, the strip club, pop you some bottles.
They talking about let's go to a country that has dirt roads.
No, they don't know. But I guarantee you, no person there has been to Africa. Like you can't be serious. The first people they're talking about Europe or whatever. So I don't know. But I mean,
I wouldn't live in Europe.
Telling black people, she just said the black people go back to Africa. That used to be a racist thing to say.
I want y'all to go on TikTok and go watch popular food reviewer Keith Lee and watch his food experience in the UK. They gave him a baked potato with beans and cheese topped with tuna.
No, I gonna have trash food there.
I'm
bro.
not eating that shit.
It is a little healthier, though.
It's healthier.
But anyways, I mean, look. I mean, she's completely
baked
wrong.
potato with bean, cheese, and tuna?
That don't sound
If
healthy.
That sounds disgusting. That sounds wretched.
If you're getting paid in USD, you're gonna live I'm not gonna say you're not gonna live better, but it's definitely gonna be cheaper to live in a different country.
I also like to point out the fact that
For sure.
I also like to point out the fact that a lot of the times that they say the U.S. is bad and bad and bad and we're such a bad country. If we're such a bad country, then how come all these countries that are mad at us always beg us for money when they have a problem?
Why is there so many immigrants trying to come over
Why is
here?
everyone trying to come here? Why are we the bad guy for saying, hey, our tax dollars are better spent on our citizens? So now that we're starting to crack down on that and we're starting to see where our money's going,
She thinking about DEI.
everyone's mad.
I think people know in their heart, bro.
She's mad about DEI.
I don't know what she's mad about. People are mad. Black people mad
They
everywhere.
just woke.
I was in the barbershop the other day. I mean, when we was in Washington, and they was all like, "Man, we don't know what's gonna happen with this crazy man down the street in the White House." So that's what a lot of black people think, man. I just, I'm numb to it because I would.
We just know
like,
at this point.
I don't see nothing wrong with you.
But it's changing though.
I've seen
slowly. But when the influencers and all these people that that they look up to are saying a certain thing, it is hard,
I mean, it's just crazy to me that people just don't look outside the box. If you're actually an idiot, if you think you're gonna live better somewhere else in this world, you're an idiot. They're accepting us back. Where are they accepting us back, buddy? And where is it gonna be better than the United States? People don't look at those videos of them nice houses in Africa and look around what's around them nice houses.
Once
in
you
Africa.
zoom out, dirt roads.
No, but I'm telling you, there's it's not even just
and houses
that.
don't even be that damn crazy.
It's not even that,
You get a
but
crazy
it's
house in
everything.
Texas.
Like the healthcare and all that. Like, bruh, my grandma said in Ghana, if you need to go to the doctor, it's gonna take you about 6 months to get in.
Oh hell no!
Tell them what you said about if you born poor, you die poor.
No, literally,
So
my
y'all
grandma
like poor here.
born and raised in Ghana, but she said if you are born poor, you are dying poor, and there's really nothing you can do about that there, and that is sad.
Seeing this the country where you could come from rags to riches. You could have a cent in your pocket and become a millionaire. Shit crazy, man. I don't know, what do people want? What do people want?
That's why I'm numb to it, bro. Because, I mean, if you're that stupid, I mean, I really don't even want to talk no more.
What more do people want?
I found myself wondering, and this applies to America, and then maybe it'll go to other places in a different way because Finland ties in. Do you think that integration was the right move? Like,
Man,
and now I'm separating two things because I know in America people are like, well, of course, I mean, there was
Let them talk, let them talk.
Do you think that integration was the right move? Like, and now I'm separating two things because I know in America people are like, well, of course, I mean, there was racism and there was segregation, and I go, yeah, no, I'm separating them. Let's separate someone being oppressed and someone not being able to get a job and someone not being able to get a bank loan. Let's take all of the negative things away because I'll put myself out personally and say, I think whether we're talking about gifted kids who are anomalous, let's say, to the norm, whether we are talking about and I mean anything that does not fit into a category. I think part of the reason Finland is able to do it is because, have you been to Finland?
It's very homogeneous.
I've been to Finland. You know who's in Finland? Finnish people. That's it. That's it. And because they're all Finnish, there's an idea of like, no, we all head in the same direction. We all know what our actions mean. And that's a really powerful thing I've learned in communicating with other people. When I'm in a room with anyone where we start to tie together multiple things. So if I'm in a room with black people, already there's like an implicit trust because we know what certain actions, words, and vibes mean. And then you're in a room with another African. Already. This person. Now, even if you shout at me, I know what your shout means. The same way an Italian knows what an Italian shout means.
Yeah.
Right? I know I'm prefacing it with a lot because it's a loaded question.
Yes.
But I would love to know if you think integration was the right solution, maybe, on the other side of, what America, of civil rights.
Yeah. No, I don't. And I don't think it's actually that controversial when, if you understand that segregation and integration weren't the only options. Like within those two options, it may seem like integration is the more progressive. Like, of course, we don't want segregation. But again, when you're being integrated into institutions, into a culture that's a supremacist culture, that's a culture that feeds off of hierarchy, that feeds off of insecurity, anxiety, why are we being integrated into that?
So we have an South African immigrant who said apartheid ruined his life. He's also biracial. A biracial South African immigrant who said apartheid ruined his young childhood, who moved to America and is now complaining about integration in America.
Hold on, just think about this.
What the fuck?
And if, this crazy part, if white people actually do this to us, niggas would be crying that this is white supremacy. They not trying to help us. They ain't trying to give us no resources.
I have something to say. And this might be somewhat offensive, but in a way, but this is something I have. This is the problem I have with people who immigrate to the US and then start speaking on what's going on in the US. Like me, I can go ask my grandma or my great grandma what it was like before integration and how terrible it was for them. And they could tell me that experience. They could tell me why that was bad and how civil rights and things we fought and have the things we have in America now, and we're much better off now than we were then. Obviously, America, like anywhere else, is not perfect, but life's better, much better now. We have much more opportunity now than they had then, just due to the sacrifices they made. He can't draw off them experiences. Why? Because his people didn't go through it. So now he comes here and he's obviously woke in Hollywood, woke guy who has already spoken on his experiences in South Africa and racism he went through as a biracial person.
Wait, what did he play in?
He doesn't play in anything. He has a talk show.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though.
But listen though, it's like I have a problem with that. Like, why are you coming here and saying bullshit ass nonsense like that?
Most
like,
immigrants don't do that
here.
though.
You can just not come here. You can just go back to where you came from. And I know people, that used to be offensive to say that, but at this point, you could just leave if it's so bad to you. Bye.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. Most immigrants don't have the attitude. You could tell that he is successful and spoiled, that he became woke, because I guarantee you his parents who brought him here from another country that was not good don't feel that way. That doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? I guess I'm just going off my experience and my culture, but like all I was always taught was, we happy to be here, so you gotta do what you gotta do. And people know that, bro. That's why it's just like,
sad.
I don't know. It's the wokeness, bro. The wokeness overtakes, like, if you're an immigrant, you come here and you complaining about, institutional racism and these things. To me, that doesn't make sense at all, because like you said, your people didn't even go through it. You're just saying that because the other niggas is saying that. So you just became woke. And I'm not, that don't make no sense to me.
I wasn't gonna get pissed off, but he got me a little pissed off.
Bro, see, this is the shit that, like, when people come and they're obviously their lineage doesn't hail from here, and they come and speak on the experiences of people who hail from here and things that gave them the right to even be here.
That's a fact.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that.
Do niggas think they will be even half of what they is without the white man? Do niggas think that? Then let nigga be for real. I'm sorry, guys, but it's not no.
You can say without America.
America, just say America than white man.
That's,
it's a collective group.
Africa cool right now?
No.
All right then.
So that's why we said America.
Okay, what she?
That's why it doesn't make sense to hate on America whenever you could dead ass.
Let's be real.
You can make baby mamas and live off the state in America.
Blame the white man when the white man has gave you what you have today. I wasn't gonna get pissed off, and I don't like saying shit like that, but it's the fucking truth. I'm gonna state the truth.
It's America.
A lot of niggas
America is
in
the
America
best country, bro.
wouldn't
Everybody
have
knows
what
this.
they have today if it wasn't for I'm being real, bro. And that's just what it is. Because it ain't no other country you can go to where black people at and you can live just as good as you are living in America. So let's just say that. Let's leave it at that, bro. Let's leave it at that. Let's be real.
Rags
Let's be real.
to riches.
I don't see a better like if you
That shit is annoying.
if an alien could come, an alien human, and they say, hey, you gonna be poor. You can choose any country to be poor in. What country you go choose?
America.
All right.
Like, I mean, you can't. I just don't get this shit, man.
Because you can change
but
that.
I also forget.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be real, guys. It just ain't no real niggas with no podcast mics. I forget that real niggas that they can't plug up a podcast mic. Anybody out here that's on television or with a podcast, 9 times out of 10, besides a couple people, they ain't no real niggas.
And I want to say something, and I don't really want to ruffle any feathers, but look who he's talking to in agreement.
Yeah.
This is the backbone of the woke Democrat Party that he's talking to. Of course they're going to agree with that dumb bullshit.
Yeah, we don't need no segregation.
That's
Shit
crazy,
will actually
bro.
I just got to keep it 1,000.
Shit gonna
crazy.
get. If
Like,
we,
I just put the context clues and knowledge I got together. Of course they gonna nod their head in agreement. Any man that hails from America, that's a man and goes out and be a man in society, gonna look at him and say, look, bro, if you don't like it here, take your
Leave.
ass home.
But
Bro, people was fought and sprayed by dogs for what we got.
But this is spitting on
Beat
what
by
Martin Luther
dogs.
King did, bro. He fought
Lynched.
for integration
It's
in
not
the
a
schools and
country.
things.
If Roland Martin was in Africa, if The View was in Africa,
He can go back to Haiti
if
with
he
his
was
fat
in
ass.
any other country, guys, where they don't have the things that we have in America as far as getting a podcast, getting people to watch your podcast. I watch African YouTubers. They're not getting as much money as people are in America. So go somewhere and you're not gonna. If you started somewhere else, brother, you wouldn't have probably 1/10 of the shit that you have in America.
Actually,
I
It's
just
just-
think I think it's disrespectful, bro, to the
is,
people
bro.
who really
It
went through
is.
civil rights and really
It is.
fought for the things that we have today. The black people, like that is really shitting on what they did. Saying, I don't think that was the right move. Martin Luther King, you
what
wrong.
the fuck? Guess what his net worth is? Guess what his net worth is? Pussy ass nigga net worth crying in his bitch.
What?
Guess. Stole number out.
12
10
million.
million.
100 million.
Wait.
100
What does he
million.
do?
Bro, he has a talk show.
Like a whole.
He has a talk show, The
On
Daily
what?
Show. He used to be on The Daily Show. He's a comedian. He's an actor.
bro,
I
that's
just
what
know him
I'm
as a
saying,
television.
bro.
See, he got rich and he got woke.
Like,
I guarantee you, his parents when they came here were not thinking like that.
But like,
That
how
shit
can
say
you-
he's
how
worth
can you
100 million.
receive 100 mil from? I'm sorry, guys. I know we built this country, but 100 mil from the white man that created this currency, Nicole.
Bro, this is America, bro. This is America.
You would be okay somewhere else.
I'm telling you, bro, this is why this attitude,
It's
this
toxic.
is why they lost, bro.
Yeah.
People are not, it is now, like I say, it is now woke to be unwoke because everybody is woke.
So
I'm done with this shit.
is crazy. So they don't want us to go to PWIs. They don't want us to go to these high universities. They don't want us to
They get you
use.
money.
They don't want you to go to a PWI.
They don't want
wanna
you to be around white people.
You don't want to go to the restaurants. You don't
Can't date a
want-
white woman.
You can't like.
Oh,
like,
but
what-
he's a black guy. He's half white.
so like
He's
what,
black.
I don't
He's
get it.
one of us.
I don't get it.
There's
Like,
so
what-
many things.
What do niggas want?
Bro, their logic,
So you can't
their logic
please
is
these
so
people.
flawed.
You
Like,
can't. You
this nonsense that they spew is so flawed. Like, if you go out, right, and you live in society, right, you're just a regular person, you're not on the internet, you're not consuming any of this woke shit, and you go out, you just be a normal person, you just go out in everyday life, half the shit that they spew and talk about and whine about just doesn't happen.
Exactly. And if somebody
It's like-
don't
it's-
fuck with you, just don't fuck with them. Stay away from them.
It's like they just
That's
like
it.
it's like you just want to find a problem. Like,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you made $100 million being in America from being born
From
into
talking in a
apartheid.
mic.
Being born into apartheid, and you here talking about why this country is messed up. Hey, dog.
That's what I'm saying,
hey, dog,
bro.
I'm sick of this shit.
It's
sick-
always
weird.
these people, bro.
I'm
It's the
sick of this
woke
shit.
rich people.
I'm sick of this
bruh.
shit.
Yeah, it's annoying, guys. Let us know what y'all think in the comments, guys. I mean, we can go on and on and on about
The
this
party
stuff.
of the common people.
This is just insane.
This
guys.
shit
We're
is
outta here.
sad, bro.